Guess what time it is?
It's time for small potatoes.
Where we give you a naughty tease of our latest Patreon episode.
Be sure to subscribe. Links are in the description.
To sit and come with this sentiment is just gross. And I think Alexandra Snow explains it in a way that she's so concise, even though her threads can be many in a row. Mm-hmm. She wraps it up in such a bow that is perfect. So let me dive in, because it'll explain even some of the legal stuff, why this is rubbing everyone the wrong way. Like, there are massive porn stars on this platform, and they are all tweeting that they're about to remove all of their content if this is her actual direction. Like, I wonder if anyone's done a wellness check on Bella. Like, is she okay? Because this doesn't sound okay. Anyways, before I rant.
Okay.
Alexandra Snow. Demina Snow is her @ on Twitter. Go follow her. Check her out. She's a wise woman and so well-spoken. So let's talk about the absolute fever dream ManyVids just tried to pass off as a manifesto. Because I don't know who needs to hear this, but trauma baiting and AI utopianism plus sex work stigma wrapped in girl boss language is not libertarian. It's hardcore manipulation. First off, any CEO who opens their big emotional statement with, "I was desperate, ashamed, broken, and forced into sex work," has already told you their agenda. This is performative suffering used to justify controlling people beneath them or considered beneath them. The pimps, the rescuer, all those organizations use the same script. I went through hell, so now I get to decide what you need. No, absolutely not. We decide what we need. Then she hits us with this line. Imagine the desperation it takes to choose camming just to repay my business loans. Baby, millions of people choose sex work for the same damn reason people choose any job. Bills, survival, autonomy, flexibility, better wages, control of your labor. The desperation narrative is a tool of control. It reinforces the stigma. It frames sex work as something you only do if you failed at real life. Except many of us choose this, and some of us love this. Some of us don't, and that's also okay, but it is our choice to make. And then, because apparently the dystopia wasn't dystopian enough, she unveils ManyVids' new direction. Let AI handle, this is a quote from the website, let AI handle the repetitive work so humans can return to creation and meaning. Translation? We're replacing creators with AI and calling that empowerment. I'm disgruntled already. This is not a human-centered economy, which is also a quote, buzzwords from her site. This is an automation wrapped in hot pink marketing talk. They don't want to protect your job. They want to own your content, your likeness, and your audience, while AI produces infinite versions of you. Which is ironic, considering she was upset in the first place that her content was lifted. Like, what? Anyways, back to the tweet. And we haven't even gotten to the worst part. Quote, no woman should have to get naked to survive. I'm sorry, what business do you run again? This is the same rhetoric as anti-porn politicians use. This is SESTA and FOSTA language, which is the code, acronyms for some of these laws that have been changed that are anti-porn. This is the I'm here to save you from yourself language. This is the sex work is inherently dangerous language. It's disrespectful to every creator who chose this work regardless of why. And then she drops the line that made every single one of my alarms going off. Meaningful alternatives and new supported paths out of the adult industry. This is not sex worker advocacy. This is rescue industry propaganda. What Kool-Aid did she drink? It's the same framework as church-funded rehab centers for sex workers. It's also a classic pimp tactic. You can't survive without me.
Right.
When a CEO declares that her company's mission is to get you out of the very industry she profits from, ? Next, she unveils the regulated e-social ecosystem, which literally is just tiered censorship, moral hierarchy, algorithmic judgment, whose sexual expression is acceptable and who isn't. This isn't safety. This is control. This is how platforms slowly replace adult creators with safe, sanitized, PG-13 spicy creators. And AI avatars will call it elevation. It's deplatforming in a very nice dress. Read that. This is yet another site caving to deplatforming us and then telling us it's for our own good. Predators, pimps, exploitative corporations thrive when creators don't understand their own business. Because of this, if you think sex work is inherently shameful, if you're overwhelmed or undereducated, burnt out, or unsupported, you're easier to control, right? Sex workers don't need saviors. We can save ourselves, thank you. We don't need corporations positioning themselves as our moral compass. We don't need CEOs wrapping AI exploitation in women empowerment speeches. What we do need is business education, multiple streams of income, digital resilience, solid boundaries, actual safety, autonomy in our work, and platforms that don't treat us like children. We don't need a pastel-colored rescue narrative. We need power. Almost done. Here's the truth. The adult industry is harder than ever, not because adult work is tragic, but because corporations, politicians, social media sites, and payment processors are squeezing us from every damn direction. The solution? Teach sex workers how to run their own shit. Teach them the systems, teach them the money, teach them the boundaries, teach them the business, teach them to own their own art and their own labor. When sex workers understand the business, they are harder to exploit. You really want to fight trafficking? Teach sex workers money, copyright, boundaries, contracts, safety, platform strategy, and a business structure. Knowledge breaks chains faster than a corporation could ever do, claiming to elevate us. And that is the whole truth. And that is why I teach what I teach.
Wow. She's so well spoken, and you're right. Like everything she said is like
chills,
nail on the head. Like I get it. I just really, I mean, there's a lot of outrage on X, and I know not all of our viewers are on there to see it. So obviously that's why we're bringing it to you. But sex workers are outraged, and I wonder really what Bella's what did she think was going to come of this? What is she saying now? Like, where is the next breaking news here? Because I want to hear from her. And where are all these creators going to go? Because it sounds like, and especially when it comes to sex work more than any other industry, when you're rubbed this way, like the wrong way, you're just not going to put your content there or work for a person. Or like when it comes to your individual work, your autonomy, like you said, they're just not going to stand for it. Like this girl has dug her grave, and with people like Damina writing tweets like this that are so moving, she's kind of cooked. Like
she's so cooked. It's true. Like, how do you, unless Bella comes out and says literally a statement like, my account was hacked, this was not me, which it's kind of been late. That should have happened day one. It's hard to backtrack out of this hole she dug herself. She literally could have, and probably did, just bankrupt her own business. Because all of these creators are going to want to go somewhere else, which means you also profited all your competitors because you're sending all those people there. And listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a little vanilla. There's vanilla accounts on OnlyFans too, right? Like you can get a really good cooking class on OnlyFans. You can find personal training on OnlyFans, right? But your audience isn't there looking for gardening tips on ManyVids. It was exclusively hardcore corn. And so what? Like it doesn't even make sense. And it's not like you asked a famous porn star to also do a little bit of vanilla content. Like do a get ready with me or take me grocery shopping or something. People always want to learn about the inside lives of sexy people. We wouldn't have Hollywood otherwise, right?
Right.
But you're right. Like, to literally turn around and just shit on the thing that made you successful, that saved your life, that built your business, that allowed you to become the woman you are right now is, I don't know, kinds of drugs to do that. Like, it's just, it's so bizarre. And I've gone on the website. It's not a website I've ever visited. I don't like traditional porn, to be honest. I'm not a consumer myself. But there is, like, you can find all the categories, the search bar, like all those kind of things. And then there's one thing that you click on, an icon, and it's like, it looks like a social media profile, like almost like a Twitter feed. And it's the ManyVids feed. And every post in the past 6 days since that original shit went up is again written by AI with all these weird GIFs from the Matrix.